Joe, can you describe the relief?
Well, I never wanted to think of it like something you want to avoid. To me, it was always just about winning, because that's what you're trying to do in the NFL is win. But certainly the emotion and the joy and the happiness after the game in the locker room, it felt really good. There was a lot of really happy people in there, and it was really emotional. And I kept telling myself, I shouldn't be this happy. This is not that big of a deal. We just won a game, and it doesn't even matter. But it definitely felt like it was more than just a win. And obviously, everybody knew the gravity of the situation that we were facing going down the stretch, trying to get a win. And so finally getting that win, getting the monkey off our back, it definitely felt amazing. It's you don't want to say it was like our Super Bowl, but it really was. I mean, this was the biggest game of our year because it was our next opportunity to get that first win. For Coach, for the teammates, for the fans, you could feel it in the stadium today, how excited everybody was. And I think obviously the season didn't go our way, and every week we've battled and we've stayed the course and bought into the message that Hugh's been sending. And we could feel out there, I think everybody that was in the stadium could feel the emotion and the energy that the team was putting into the game today.
Talk about what a team effort it was, because the defense had to come through, Jamie Meter blocks the field goal, and you guys score, so.
Yeah, I mean, it was no doubt a team win today. I think offensively in the second half, we wish we would have done more because we really didn't do much. But the defense played their butts off. They did an amazing job stopping them when they had to. Special teams with the block, and then the forced miss at the end of the game. A lot of times people want to just say that, oh, the kicker missed, but you force him into those misses with the pressure that you've brought before that with the block. He's got those things moving through his head, and when he has to perform in a pressure situation with the clock winding down, he doesn't get his normal rhythm of the kick, and he feels that pressure coming from the edges and up the middle. That no doubt has an effect on the game. So all three phases really had a huge impact on winning the game today.
Joe, how'd you celebrate when that kick went wide right?
I think I was looking around for people to hug, and there was a few tears in my eyes, and I was really happy. There was a genuine feeling of joy, and the Christmas spirit was amongst us, I think, for sure.
Joe, did that last drive by the Chargers, did it feel different to you guys? I mean, or were you thinking, here we go again?
Well, I've said this before, but I don't get into thinking like a fan would, where a fan would think, oh, here we go again, we're going to find a way to lose. But I think as players, it's important that we don't get into that mindset. So my mindset, truthfully, was, okay, they're going to make a field goal, we're going to go win this in overtime. Because I'm always thinking, how do I help this team win, right? And sitting there and cheerleading is not going to help, but getting your mind ready for our next opportunity, which is overtime. We're going to get the ball in overtime. We're going to have to go score and win. So that's kind of my mindset as the last drive by the Chargers was going down the field. But certainly when they hit Antonio Gates to get in that field goal range, I'm thinking, okay, definitely now we're going into overtime. What do we have to do to score in overtime to win the game? And obviously, the way the end happened was a lot better than having to win in overtime.
Joe, can you put into words just how huge Jamie Meter's block was, and also the fact that he's a hometown guy, and all that goes into that?
The pierogi Prince of Parma does it again. That man is awesome. He's one of my favorites. I think he's playing in the polka band here this weekend on Christmas Day, so if you guys get a chance, go out and watch him. He's the accordion player. He's awesome. I love a blue-collar guy like that. He's a man after my own heart. You don't hear a lot from the guy during the week, but he's a guy that's fought his way from the bottom, and he's made a huge impact on this team. And if he was standing here, I'd love to give him a hug.
Joe, how special is it that Hugh kind of singled out you and Hawk and some of the other veterans? And he said he told the younger guys that they better get a win because you guys deserved it.
Well, I don't know you ever want to win for any other players, but for me, for the guys that I talked to, we really wanted to get a win for Hugh because we know that he's an outstanding coach. He's one of the best coaches in the NFL. He's been given a really difficult situation, but he's never lost his positive mindset. He brings energy and enthusiasm every single day. He motivates us during the week. I think most teams sitting in the situation that we were sitting into would have shut it down and would have started thinking about next year. But I think this team, if anything, rallied together and they got behind you, and we got that win, and it did feel really good. And I think one of the messages that we talked about during the week, we talked about in our captain's meeting was, we're not playing for the playoffs this year, but what we are doing is we're setting ourselves up for the offseason and for next year. A lot of these faces are going to be the same on this team next year, and it's our opportunity to show that we've made some progress and to start building something going into the offseason. And I think to me that's what getting that win meant was it kind of validated some of the things that we've been doing down the stretch, some of the coaching points we've gotten, and it gives us a little bit of energy and momentum going into the offseason because obviously there's no playoffs in our future this year, but for us to be able to get the ball rolling going into the offseason was important.
You alluded to this a little bit earlier, but it almost sounded like you felt like it was a different feeling among intensity or something in the whole game. Is that true?
Well, I don't get into the energy argument or we're the guys into it type of thing, but when guys are making plays, when the game is close and you see guys picking off passes, making big hits, ripping off big runs, those are the things that really get people excited. So it's those type of plays that I think bring out that energy and enthusiasm in the team and gives you that feeling that we can really go win this game, and everybody's chipping in right to the buzzer.
Everybody good?